Here are the three things that you have to do as a new supervisor if you want to get off on the right foot. The first thing is to understand what the reasonable expectations are for all the activities that you have under your responsibility. The second thing is you have to pull the data to understand what the KPIs are that are driving performance for both your team and the individuals. And the third thing is that you've got to understand what are the barriers that are causing impacts or delays of the workflow within your group. I just now had a live session right now where Nathaniel, one of my followers, asked me the question. I'm a new supervisor. I'm part of the team. I was part of the team. I got promoted. What do I do? It's the same thing I just mentioned right now. With the activity list with reasonable expectation allows you to ask questions and listen about the work that your people do. When you do that activity, you're asking your people, what is it that you do? Show me, and how long does it take you to do that? And the second thing is that the KPIs and the data is homework for you to understand trending performance of your group and of your individual team members. So when you go out there and ask questions and have conversations, you already know how they're trending, what their current performance based on productivity, efficiency, and KPI is. Then all you have to kind of validate to see what they're doing overall. Have them show you what the work that they're doing. And the last thing that I mentioned was understanding what the barriers are. You've got to ask the question to say, hey, what are your biggest barriers that are causing delays in your work? But not only that, at some point when you're asking those questions and saying, hey, help me validate these things, right? Is it okay if we begin tracking what you just told me so I can make sure that if it's an isolated incident or is it everybody's having the issue? Not only that, it helps me collaborate with my boss, with engineering, with other departments to help me solve these issues. But I want to do it effectively and correctly to understand what the biggest impact is. So those three things that I just mentioned, along with the details, will help you begin the process to, one, build trust with your team. Because as a new supervisor, like Nathaniel just explained to me, the most important thing you do is win over your team by helping them get through work and solving their issues. And if you haven't done so, please follow me.